is Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement or how to buy consulting services. You'll get tips on how to use consulting, buy consulting, and managing the consulting. And now your host, Helene Lafitte.
Welcome back to Smart Consulting Sourcing, your essential guide to mastering the art of consulting procurement and harnessing consulting services as strategic investments. So I'm Helene, and in today's episode, we are diving into 5 ways that consulting cost savings can empower and accelerate your company transformation. But before we explore the strategic benefits of this savings, let's reflect on last week's show, where we delved deep into the multifaceted world of consulting savings. If you joined us, you remember that we uncovered that the real value extends beyond direct cost predictions. Consulting, as we discovered, should not be seen just as an expense, but as a catalyst for innovation and for growth. When leveraged strategically, it can reinvest savings back into the company, fueling further innovation and transformation. So this approach, however, presents a unique challenge for procurement professionals, as these reinvested savings might disappear from direct view, and subtly affecting their metrics and potentially their incentives. So today, we will discuss how adopting a broader, more integrated perspective can align procurement's efforts with the larger strategic goals of your organization. So if that episode slipped through your schedule, you can catch up on that and all previous discussions across every imaginable podcast platform. And for those who prefer a visual element, YouTube. Plus, for all reading aficionados, detailed transcripts await your review on consultingquest.com right under the thought leadership section. All right then, back to today's episode. Today we're venturing into the dance between cost, value, and how they drive organizational transformation. So buckle up, we're about to explore 5 ways consulting cost savings can impact organizations and how smartly navigating this terrain can redefine the future of your company. So we're kicking off with what I like to call the cost-value paradox of consulting. Now, at first glance, the percentage of revenue that goes into consulting might seem like pocket change. We're talking about a measly 0.5 to 3% here. But don't let those numbers fool you, because in the realms of behemoth organization, this pocket change quickly snowballs into mountain of cash. It's like looking under your sofa cushions and finding enough loose change to fund a small coup. And here where it gets even more interesting. The immediate sticker shock of consulting fees often sends shivers down the spine of any finance department. It's like buying a fancy espresso machine. You wince at the price tag, but can't deny the allure of barista-level coffee. The real goal, however, isn't the dollars shelled out up front, but in the strategic mojo these consulting gigs bring to your business. It's all about the return on investment, not just in the caffeine kick, but in transforming your organization. So let's not even get started on the mysterious fog that envelopes consulting spend. Tracking where every consulting dollar goes is akin to trying to solve a mystery with half the clues missing. Even with the mightiest ERP systems at your disposal, the true cost of consulting can remain as elusive as the plot of a Christopher Nolan movie. It's not just about the money leaving your wallet, it's about seeing through the fog to spot the hidden opportunities for value and growth. So as we navigate this paradox, remember, it's not the price tag that matters, but the value it unlocks for your organization. Now, let's navigate the treacherous waters of pricing for maximum value. Have the right price for consulting services, that mythical figure that supposedly guarantees success without draining the coffers. It's like trying to find the Holy Grail only to discover it's been sitting in your kitchen cupboard all along, masquerading as your favorite coffee mug. I'm sure you get, the reference. The quest for the lowest bids often seems like a noble pursuit. After all, who doesn't love a bargain? It's like opting for the generic brand at the supermarket. sometimes it's just as good as a name brand, right? But here where the plot thickens. Consulting isn't campaigns. Using a consulting firm because they offer the lowest quote is akin to picking the brain surgeon based on who offered the biggest discount. The stakes are, needless to say, higher. This laser focus on cost alone can lead to some pretty precarious pitfalls. Aligning consulting investment with your organizational goals might require spending a bit more upfront for a substantially higher return. It's about investing in the racehorse that will win the derby, not just the one with the lowest entry fee. And the irony of trying to gain clear visibility into consulting expenditures. It's like attempting to read the fine print on the contract without your glasses. And when you get to my age, this is quite the challenge. Even with advanced ERP system, the true cost of consulting engagement often remains as murky as a foggy morning in London. Achieving a unified view of consulting spend is more than just a numbers game. It's about understanding the value each engagement brings to the table, ensuring every dollar spent is a dollar invested towards achieving strategic objective. So as we thread the needle between cost and value, remember, the right price isn't just about the amount on the invoice. It's about the strategic alignment, the potential for innovation, and ultimately the measurable outcomes that transform the cost into a smart investment. Now I can hear some of you pondering, well, why not just stop using consulting altogether? Well, hold that thought. And let me paint you a picture where consulting is far more than just a hired service. It's a secret sauce. It's the magic one that catalyzes organizational transformation. While the term consulting might conjure image of external gurus swooping in with a sage advice, its true essence lies in its power to act as a strategic accelerator, pushing companies toward their dream destination. It's where many hit a snag due to common view of consulting as a mere commodity. Sometimes you snag off the shelf because the price is right rather than for the value it brings. This perspective is a straight road to missed opportunities. By treating consulting as just another line item to be minimized, companies leave it game-changing potential on the table, untapped, and gathering dust. The crux of leveraging consulting's transformative power lies in ensuring that these engagements are in lockstep with the broader strategic goals of the organization. Misalignment here can turn well-meaning projects into missed shots that, despite best intentions, fall short of delivering a solid business impact. It's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about syncing with the organization's ambitions and driving tangible, measurable outcomes. But let's not just gaze at our shoes and ponder the now. Looking ahead is crucial. What lasting impact will a consulting project leave in its wake? Will it send ripples of positive change through the future of the organization? These are the reflections that should guide every decision in the consulting procurement process. Viewing each dollar spent on consulting not merely as a cost, but as an investment poised to yield rich returns, both immediately and down the line, reshapes the entire narrative. So before you contemplate cutting consulting out of the equation, remember, its value transcends the immediate. Consulting is a strategic investment, one that, when aligned with your organizational goals and leveraged wisely, can transform not just your current operation, but set you on a path to long-term success and innovation. So, does that mean savings are utterly useless? Of course not. But let's scratch beneath the surface and see what savings, particularly those alluring EBITDA metrics, really tell us about our organization's health and trials. At first glance, beefing up your EBITDA might your organization look like the belle of the ball to investors and stakeholders. Yet this is merely the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the powerhouse potential of savings. Savvy organizations don't just ogle at the savings figures and pat themselves on the back for a job well done. Instead, they They recognize these savings as golden tickets to innovation, to starting strategic initiatives and beefing up their competitive muscles. In today's ever-shifting market landscape, being able to stretch a dollar into doing more isn't just nice, it's critical. Smartly reinvesting those savings equips organizations with the agility to navigate, to adapt, to lead. Now, the siren songs of immediate financial wins can be hard to resist, right? But with those with an eye on the horizon, understand that true victory lies in the big picture. Savings aren't just for padding the coffers, they're for pumping back into the lifeblood of the business, easing the pressure on operation and sparking innovation. Every dollar saved transformed into a strategic tool will lead to carve out path to high impact, value rich, and diverse. This isn't just about being financially savvy, it's about fueling sustainable long-term growth. And through a continuous cycle of reinvestments, organizations don't merely keep their heads above the water. They chart a course toward enduring success. So while savings might offer a snapshot of fast fiscal fitness, their real power unfolds when they're used not as a mattress for financial optics, but as a springboard for strategic leaps forward. But I'd say, but how do we tackle this? How do we navigate the tricky waters of balancing value versus savings in our consulting engagements? That's where demand management comes in. This isn't just another corporate buzzword to toss around, it's the strategic framework. That's all about finding the sweet spot between the cost of consulting and the value it delivers. Traditionally, managing consulting expenses a bit like herding cats. Costs were scattered across departments, each treating their slice of the consulting pie in splendid isolation. It's a bit like every department holding a piece of the map to the treasure, but no one's talking to each other about where X marks the spot. Now, do we shift from this fragmented, siloed approach to a most unified strategic one? So it starts with centralizing the way we track and manage consulting investments and engagements. Imagine moving from a jigsaw puzzle of ad hoc decisions to a massively orchestrated strategy where every piece fits perfectly, guided by a clear view of value creation. This centralized approach ensures that every consulting dollar is allocated to engagements that promise the highest value, all in perfect harmony with your overarching business goals. So in today's fast-paced digital world, clinging to manual tracking or outdated systems is like trying to navigate a speedboat with an oar. And our modern ERP systems, enhanced with specialized consulting management software, shine a spotlight on the murky depths of consulting spend. They offer real-time insights and the kind of granular data that turns expense tracking from a chore into strategic tool. And with this clarity, we're not just counting costs. We're measuring the ROI of each and every consulting engagement. But the benefits of this approach extend far beyond just optimizing spend and enhancing visibility. By treating consulting as a value-driven investment rather than a mere line item expense, organizations kickstart a virtuous cycle. With each consulting engagement carefully chosen for its potential value, the groundwork is laid for future strategic initiative. This isn't just about making smarter spending decisions. It's about embedding a culture where value creation drives every consulting investment. In essence, effective demand management transforms the way we view consulting engagements. It's no longer about how much we spend, but about the returns we generate on that spend. And by balancing savings with value in this proactive, strategic manner, we ensure that the impact of our consulting investment reverberates throughout the organization, fueling growth and propelling us toward our long-term objectives. So, as we pull back the curtain on today's exploration of cost savings and value in consulting, let's distill what we've uncovered in a couple of key takeaways. First off, both value and cost hold their ground in the realm of consulting. Think of consulting as that ace up the sleeve of a savvy executive, a potent lever that, when pulled correctly, can catapult an organization towards unprecedented growth and efficiency. And the expectation? Nothing short of maximum net value, with savings acting as the seed money for further strategic ventures, consulting or otherwise. That's where demand management comes into play. It's not just a tool, it's your starting line for treating consulting as the investment it truly is. And without these foundational steps, any attempts to harness your consulting spend are likely to stumble out of the gate. Yet while it's indispensable, demand management is just the beginning. There's a whole arsenal of strategies waiting to be deployed. So if you're curious about other levers that are out there, you stay tuned. I'll be dropping some must-read articles soon that delve into these very tactics. And that set the stage for our next episode, the role of demand management in optimizing consulting spend. So we're going to dive deeper into the world of demand management, unraveling how it can transform your organization's approach. And so if today's chat got your gears turning, you won't want to miss what's coming up next. Well, that wraps our session for today, but the conversation doesn't end here. We're eager to hear your thoughts, experiences, and maybe even your own challenges when it comes to navigating the complex world of consulting spend and value. If you have a story to share, an insight to add, or perhaps a question that's been nagging you, you can reach out. I'm always game for a chat. And finally, before I close, for those hungry for more knowledge, here is a selection of resources that I reckon would pique your interest. You can check out a full podcast series on the 6 levers. This series commences from episode 109. It's called 6 Levers to Optimize the Area of Your Consulting Spend and Overview. And it ends with episode 123. That's called Unlock the Area of Your Consulting Spend with our proven 6 levers strategy, a comprehensive recap. Also, I do highly recommend you to check out our insights on maximizing value from consulting. It helps you better understand where you should focus your efforts in the consulting sourcing process. So if you're looking for more topics, don't forget to visit consultingquest.com and consult.io. These treasure troves are packed with resources, insights, and tools designed to sharpen your consulting sourcing acumen. From white papers to ebooks, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their consulting procurement game. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the latest episodes and updates. And hey, if you're itching to roll up your sleeve and dive even deeper, we have upcoming workshops, and that might just be the ticket. So to register to our upcoming workshop sessions, simply send us a note at hcl@consultingquest.com, and we'll send you the invite to the workshop. Until next time, stay safe and keep up the smart consulting sourcing game. Au revoir for now, and happy sourcing.
You've been listening to Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit the website at consultingquest.com. Find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. For questions and comments, send an email to ellen.lafitte@consultingquest.com. See you next time.